What's up, you Mighty Morphin MontyVersers? Welcome back to the MontyVerse. Welcome. Thank you for joining us for our live hangout. It's me, Monty, and of course, I'm joined by Nicki. What's up, Nicki?
Not much. How about yourself?
Nothing. I'm just so glad we had a very relaxing week. No Power Rangers content, no two-parters that we had to film. You know, just a pretty standard week for Power Rangers news, right?
Yeah, like nothing happened. I'm not on the internet, so I'm clueless about anything.
Just joking, guys. It was a huge week. We had our two-part The Green Candle reaction, which I hope all you guys checked out because those episodes were awesome, and it was awesome watching them with you guys.
I was gonna say, like, I mean, maybe it's because I haven't seen the others yet, but y'all in that poll slept on those episodes as the best Tommy episode.
Okay, here, but a counter. Were people sleeping on those episodes, or did I intentionally pick some of the best episodes of Power Rangers that you aren't even aware of yet?
That's fair, but like, hot take. I think I might even like them more than Green with Evil. Which is probably heresy to say.
As a whole, listen, it's not heresy to say. I think as a whole, the Green Candle works better as a multi-parter than Green with Evil. I think Green with Evil has pretty high highs.
Yeah.
But there's also a lot of sloppiness to that.
Yeah. I think you could probably easily cut out one of those episodes. Like, between all the content across the 5 episodes, you could probably cut out an entire episode and it'd have zero bearing on the story.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Where I think the Green Candle is nonstop from beginning to end, and it's formed so well plot-wise.
Yeah.
Even utilizing the Sentai footage so well to tell a very cohesive story. So, listen, I don't disagree. It's definitely a stronger multi-parter, but I don't know. There's something about Green with Evil. It's kind of when people felt Power Rangers make the turn.
Yeah.
When people started viewing it more seriously, like, oh, this is good. Like, this is really cool what they're doing. Oh man, what's up? So many people in the chat right now. What's up, guys? Just gonna pop a couple of you up here. What's up, Jay? What's up, Red Space Ranger Reviews? What's up, dude? I recognize a lot of you guys from the comments, of course. We talk a lot in the comments. A lot of you guys from Twitter, Instagram. Brandon, what's up, dude? John Lestrina, member of the MontyVerse. John Lestrina, what's up, John? Oh, Uncle Brian, that's so cool, dude.
Aww.
That's awesome. Oh man, are we excited? I am so excited.
Oh, of course we are.
April 19th. I have it marked on my calendar. We are so and you're right, Steve. Some of the best Tommy stuff hasn't come yet, and that's the purpose of that poll.
And I totally understand that. I mean, I've seen barely a fraction of the entirety of his existence in the franchise. So I was displeased, but I can totally understand that I am missing out on a lot of very important things to come.
Yeah, I mean, Tommy's a pretty big deal in Power Rangers, you know. Tommy's a pretty big, let's put it to you that way. He's a pretty big deal, that Tommy fellow.
Yeah.
That Tommy Oliver fellow.
That Tommy, what's his face?
I don't know. And we never see him after the Green Candle.
No.
Tommy loses his powers and we never see him again.
Yeah, the Green Ranger's gone. There's nothing else that he'll ever do in the entirety of the franchise in any other season. I hope JDF enjoyed his contract.
Yeah, you know, JDF. It just shows how great he was, that he was only there for like a handful of episodes and then that's it, you know?
Yeah.
But no, we're just stalling for time a little bit. We're trying to wait for more people to get in here. So many of you guys in here. So many of you guys are watching SmackDown. I appreciate that you're watching us while you're watching SmackDown. We're on the road to WrestleMania.
I was gonna say, I feel bad if you're getting taken away from SmackDown.
WrestleMania is next week, so you know. Testing Limits, what's up, dude? Love your Instagram, love your stories. A lot of cool stuff that you post. Everyone go check out his Instagram if you haven't. Dude, dinner time. I hope it's pizza because it's Pizza Friday. Happy Pizza Friday to all those who celebrate. Loving Pizza Friday. What's up, Jimmy? Oh, what's up, Jack?
Whoa.
Another MontyVerse member, Jack. Manuel, what's up, dude? Oh, the Ranger Hearts. Love it. Yeah, we're just like we said, guys, we're gonna talk about Once and Always. We have a lot to talk about.
All right, hold on. This is such a loaded question.
Oh my gosh! There's how long do we want this stream to be? Because this could go on forever.
My favorite? Oh my god!
Guys, I have to tell you, like Nicki's getting just so that you know, Nicki's whatever Nicki answers is highly authentic. Like she has really grown to love Power Rangers over the however many months we've been doing this so far.
I was so scared what you were about to say.
No, you've really taken to it. Like it's not just you have this affection for it that a lot of us have.
Yeah.
You know, then you've really grown to appreciate the franchise for what it is, and you've really started to branch out and kind of explore as much of the Power Rangers universe as you think you're allowed to without spoiling Mighty Morphin for yourself. So like we watched Dino Fury.
Yeah.
And we loved Dino Fury. Dino Fury is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to watch Beast Morphers.
Yeah. And
Time Force.
Oh yeah, and that was completely of my own volition.
Yeah.
Okay. Really quick, I mean, I do love Kim.
Of course. I knew you were gonna love Kim.
Yes. I'm just trying to think how else do I answer this question? It's just it's stupid and cheesy, but when they hit the right crescendo of the humor, the cheesiness, the action, and the sincerity of it, that's when I think it's at its peak.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I could talk all day long if I had to talk about everything I like about it.
Yeah, and there's oh my gosh, this is so awesome. There's so many of you guys in here right now. We're gonna try and answer as many questions as we can tonight, while also staying on topic.
Yeah.
Of Once and Always. But if we miss you, if there's a question you really want us to answer, drop a super chat and we'll 100% see it because those get fed to us differently. So if we don't see it, drop a 99-cent super chat or something, and we'll be happy to answer your questions. But we will try and answer as many as possible. But it's so awesome to have so many of you guys in here with us. This is so cool.
Wow.
Man, what is that? Pizza? Yeah, Pizza Friday, baby.
We also do chicken parm.
It is Zach's birthday, but not Power Ranger Zach. MontyVerse Zach's birthday.
That is correct.
So happy birthday, Zach.
Yeah.
Pizza Wednesday. Okay, I like it. Listen, as long as you got the pizza in there, as long as you have the pizza food group covered.
I was gonna say just you have a day of the week dedicated to appreciating pizza. That's the important thing.
Oh man, now I have to watch SmackDown after this.
I was gonna say I feel bad now. I hope you could have another tab open if you. Just
I hope the WWE is paying me to promote SmackDown right now. Oh, Testin, dude, this is really cool because we were actually looking into this.
Yes. Oh my God, is this the one mid-July?
Yeah, it's the one. It's the one.
Ranger. Shoot,
it's right there. It's go Ranger Stance at Ranger Station.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We were totally looking into that.
Yeah, we were definitely looking into that. We're in the New York area, so we're
not far.
2 hours away outside of Philly.
Yeah.
So we definitely are looking into that, and we're also looking into the Ranger stops.
Yes.
And I want to say confidently 100% outside of any major life events, we're going to be at Morphicon next year. So if you guys are there, check us out because we're going to be there.
Yeah. And that's what's so cool is that, and I'm only now aware of it, and especially because I hadn't been into cons in recent years, but I love how they have a Ranger Stop booth at most major cons because they had New York.
Absolutely.
They had New York Comic Con and some other cons that we've looked at that aren't Power Ranger specific.
Yeah.
So that part's cool to me.
Yeah, and we would just love to hang out with so many of you guys, so many of you cool people out there, Power Ranger fans, like-minded Power Rangers lovers, and just hang out, maybe do some reactions at a convention. Hopefully one day, as the channel grows, maybe one day we'll get invited to a con and we'll have a reaction panel and we could all react to an episode together.
Or depending on the con, some of them let you submit panels to host.
Yeah.
So that could be a possibility.
We keep saying it every live stream, but that's definitely a goal for us because that would be super cool. Jack, dude, you got to order pizza.
You're also an Italian.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we share pizza with the world.
Yeah.
Just because you're Italian doesn't mean you can only eat pizza. That's our gift to humanity.
I'm saying I would expect them to have a dedicated day to it.
It's fair enough. Pizza Friday.
Yeah.
We're gonna do both.
I was gonna say that's a great question because I don't know.
That's a really great question. We're gonna do both. This is.
Oh man, this makes me. I need to continue it right now.
Yeah. Nikki wanted to watch more Power Rangers, and I decided to allow her to do that. But we picked seasons where I didn't think there was going to be
like enough spoilers
in the sense like
in Mighty Morphin or anything.
Yeah, that will spoil Mighty Morphin. It's gonna take us a while to get through Mighty Morphin, but I don't want to prevent her.
Don't deprive
her from enjoying the franchise, more of the franchise.
And that's the other thing. If we start going to panels, not panels, but cons, it's like I kind of want to be in the know, so that the less is ruined for me than it already is. Also, the most important thing is I needed to see if Monty's assertion that Jen is the best Pink Ranger.
Yeah, if you guys watched my top 5 Pink Rangers, I had Jen number 1, and Nikki's been mad at me. She's like, Kim is number 1. And I'm like, well, the only Pink Ranger you know is Kim. So that's not really fair of you to tell me.
I also know Amelia now.
No, now you know Amelia. You're right.
I know a little bit of Jen.
Amelia's great, and Jen so far is pretty cool. Yeah. Steve, thank you for the
thank you.
Thank you for the super chat.
I hope so.
This is what's so cool about this. If this is successful with the little marketing they're putting into it, like we just got one trailer now and it's a month away, which is not out of the norm for Netflix specials. But if this is successful, I think it will show Hasbro that there's a market for it.
Yeah.
Because what's cool about what Hasbro's doing now, and you can really touch on this because you're a new fan. They're changing the formula. So we're used to getting like everything is 25 to 52, 25 episodes split into 2 seasons or 52 episodes as 1 season, just cranking out episodes like a machine.
Yeah. I would have to think they're trying to get away from the 52 episode formula because most TV nowadays is so much more reduced in terms of their seasonal orders. But I mean, you can tell me that.
Yeah. And with Once and Always, which is almost a 55-minute special, and Cosmic Fury, which is
a 10 episode season
of prolonged episodes, of long episodes. Yeah. That might be the new formula of Power Rangers moving forward.
Yeah.
And whenever a brand goes through an evolution like that, I think that, the fans thrive because the kind of storytelling that you get from 10 longer episodes is so much more, it's so much tighter and well contained.
It's different.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I mean, that's kind of like something somewhat equivalent is I know I saw on Twitter someone make a comment about John Wick 4, which is apparently super long, and people saying like, well, if you can binge a show, you can watch this super long movie. And then I saw a response saying like, well, pacing, like, yeah, just because something is a certain like number of minutes doesn't mean the way it's being told is the most effective way.
Absolutely.
So I think that's very interesting that they're playing around with different episodic formats that way. And look, I mean, to me, the most important thing is like be good, like be whatever it is, just be good. But I think there are strengths and weaknesses to all formats.
Oh, absolutely, definitely. Thank you, Mel. I appreciate it. That's so nice of you.
Oh yeah, like, and we're both huge movie lovers, so
yeah,
like I'm excited for most new releases that come out.
And I think the stuff, but we are going to be redecorating the backdrop, so I'm going to be able to put a lot more of my Power Ranger memorabilia down. But as you can see, I have a wide range of nerddom. Like this is all Dragon Ball stuff. I have my Marvel stuff. I have DC stuff over there. Pokemon, anime, Dragon Ball, Naruto, Demon Slayer. So yeah, we have a wide range of stuff. Dude, that's awesome. Dude, that's really cool.
Oh my god, like, and if like we could promote that, like we would definitely repost something about that.
Obviously, we would do a panel for free. Like we would donate our time, I think, to attend the con if it's for a good cause. Absolutely, that's cool. This is a Power Rangers a web series.
Okay.
Yeah. Not official.
Okay, I figured, but hey, that's still cool though.
Woo!
Yeah!
Pizza Friday!
Happy birthday!
This is why I need to finish setting up my OBS so I could have like a soundboard, and I could have my Pizza Friday soundboard. Yeah, Brandon.
That would be cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you again so much, Steve.
Steve, we're gonna. I think we could start covering now. I think enough people are here. So many of you guys. Thank you all. I thank you everyone who's in the chat right now. There's so many of you guys here to talk Power Rangers, and that's awesome. But we will talk about this. I mean, we might as well start talking about once and always.
We might as well give the people what they want.
Give the people what they want. Oh, that's cool. Watching Turbo next. Cool. I'm just trying to catch up.
I can't. I'm gonna try to not like watch any of those like within that time frame.
Oh, that's awesome, SB. That's so cool, dude.
Aw. Yes. Hey, I'm excited for season 2.
Yeah. From Manchester.
MontyVerse
worldwide. I disagree. I disagree. We haven't even watched it yet. It's not even out yet.
I was gonna say that. I mean, that's the biggest thing is like I can totally understand if people aren't big on certain trailers for any media, but at the same time, I'm also willing to admit, hey, the actual product might be totally different. Maybe it's gonna be horrible for all we know.
Yeah, or maybe it'll be awesome.
I mean, that's my assumption.
But let's talk about it because we got the trailer and we got a lot of answers, but also a lot of questions too.
Yeah. I think almost more. I think there were a lot of answers because it definitely gave us a little bit more of an indication of the plot, but not a lot in the grand scheme of things that we couldn't already kind of assess from the images that were released. Yeah,
I mean, I think the biggest thing we got from the trailer was that we are going to be addressing Trini's death a lot more than I thought we would. I thought it would be mentioned in passing.
Yeah.
And that we would mention it here and there.
Yeah.
But it seems to be the main focus
of the special. Yeah.
Which we talked a little bit about it when we did our reaction. I think it's a bold choice. I'm sure it wasn't an easy choice for the writers to make. But I much prefer them doing this. If I do think there are some fake outs in the trailer. Like me and Nikki were scrubbing through the trailer a couple of times.
I think you were a lot more vigorously because I took it very much at face value.
Maybe I am reading into it too much.
Until you, but I think every point you made was valid though.
Yeah,
I think you're just more the theorizer than I am.
Yeah, I mean, so if the trailer, if the story plays like the trailer does, Trini is going to die saving Billy.
Yeah,
and I think
against Rita,
against Robo Rita, and I think that a heroic death for Trini is a strong way for the character to go. I think it's best to keep as far away from Thuy's real life passing, like keep as far away as possible from it.
Yeah, definitely don't freaking recreate it or do anything like to insinuate that was similar.
Yeah.
It is still interesting because it's one of those cases where I wasn't like I think I was like you. I wasn't thinking about it too much because I didn't know if it was going to actually occur in the special. For lack of a better way of phrasing it.
I mean, you saw our faces when that happened. Like I was shocked. I was genuinely shocked. I didn't expect us to immediately jump in our first footage of these people.
Yeah.
In nearly 30 years.
And well, that's the biggest thing is, and like by all means, maybe it's a fake out. I think for us, even though we knew that the original Mighty Morphin suits were going to be used, I think there was still like that little bit of wonder of, oh, is it meant to be the original members? Or is it other people in the suits?
See, I'm glad you brought that up because I don't want to gloss over that either.
Yeah.
Because that's also something that was kind of confirmed for us as well.
Well, yes and no, because all we have 100% confirmation is Billy and Zack are in those suits at some point in that sequence.
I mean, before we get into this, let's just say that as like you know because you're watching it with me, as someone who's watched Mighty Morphin over the years and we never got really a true remastered version of that series, it's so awesome to see those suits in full HD.
Oh yeah.
Like with the getting their own explosion shot, running 6 in a line straight ahead. Oh my god, it was so darn good and cool to see.
I thought they looked great. They were very vibrant, but they didn't look, I didn't think they looked cheap at all.
My favorite part of the suits, the updated suits, is that they incorporated the overly puffy neck piece. Like they streamlined it so it looks good, but it's still way thicker than like the Sentai versions of the Zoo Ranger suits. and I thought that was a funny little homage for the like how the suits looked back in the day, because the American suits obviously looked terrible in the beginning. When they first started, it was very obvious to tell which were the American suits and which were the Sentai suits.
Oh god, yes. Like I feel like to some extent it's still obvious. Like I kept making the joke in Dino Fury that when it was Sentai footage, Amelia's skirt was so freaking wrinkled all the time.
I know.
So I think like I applaud them for how close they get, but there's a little bit of charm in like it's always clear when it's Sentai footage and when it's original.
Absolutely. There's some other stuff like, and this not only like this really, I really latched on to that Min character, even though she had one line of dialogue. Just the fact that we see this savagery in her eyes, like the hatred we see in her, like when she talks about how Robo Rita killed her mother.
Yeah.
I really think like Charlie Kirsch is going to have some amazing scenes in this special. Like what was all the second Trini's death being addressed was the first shocking part of this trailer. The second shocking part was hearing the K word twice.
Yeah.
Because in Power Rangers, that was almost like a no-no word.
Yeah.
Like everything was like destroyed or like destroy or blast or disintegrate. But to have like them actually saying kill and like death is on the table, like to have a Ranger die, and then Rita's whole plan to just essentially be like, oh, I'm just gonna go back in time and kill all of you before you become Power Rangers. That way, there's no Power Rangers of the modern era. Like the modern Power Rangers era will die with you. Like F off. It's like that lets you know right away that this is not a children's show anymore.
Right.
This is catered for the adult fans.
No, I think that's to the betterment of well, not even necessarily the property, but at least of the special, because it's like if you're gonna focus on the adult versions of the characters, like their issues should actually be adult like in nature. Otherwise, it might be closer to the original demographic and what they were going for, but it's like no one's gonna buy that after a certain point.
Yeah, it's just I really like the themes and the adult nature of the special that they're going for. This is like, hey, this is for you guys.
Yeah, like
this is for you guys. Dino Fury is for both. It's a family special. This one is for you guys.
Yeah.
Robo Finster.
Oh my god.
No, I want regular Finster. I want Finster to be the mastermind.
I was gonna say, like, I can't know for sure what exactly happened because I don't
All right, guys. Let's spoiler alert. For like, you heard it here first on the MontyVerse. The third act of the special begins. The Rangers find out who built Robo Rita. They go to this base. It's someone in a black chair smoking a cigar. Turn around. It's Finster in a black suit. And it's Finster's head. And just instead of like a workman's clothes, it's just like a black suit. And he's got like Robo Squat and Babu and like as his minions building the robots for him. And it's Finster's revenge. This is not going to happen, but damn. That would have been hilarious. That would have been so stupid and funny.
I'm very glad that you were entertained.
I just amused myself so much. But yes, Finster's coming back, baby.
Yeah.
There's a lot. There's so many of you guys in the chat right now. This is so awesome. Like I'm trying to catch. Like a lot of you guys are talking about JDF.
That's so hard to say what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I know a lot of you guys were saying like that you don't want to see them kill off Tommy. I don't think you have to worry about that.
Yeah,
I don't think anything's happening to Tommy in the special.
Yeah, because like didn't they finish filming before his passing?
Yeah. Even though this was go ahead, sorry.
That's my question.
Yeah, even though they filmed this before his passing, I think they knew like Tommy's way too valuable to take off the table.
Right. That's my point to where it's like, okay, I mean, no, that is actually a good point. Never mind. Yeah, because he always comes back, and JDF was going through some things at the time they started filming this, so maybe they thought he just needed some time. Yeah.
No one really knew
what was going
on with him, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I don't think we have to worry about seeing anything happen to Tommy.
Right, and that's the thing. It's not even just him. It's, I mean, for that matter, it's also Jason and Kim, where we do see the suits, but we truly don't know 100% what the context of that scene is. So, and to me, I kind of like that kind of mystery behind that, because it's so hard to say
Yeah.
what they're gonna do. Other than, I know we're gonna get into this a little bit. I know the big theory is, or maybe it's confirmed, that she's kidnapping past Rangers.
Yeah, and that's perfect, because that leads us to this question: who will be under Kimberly and Tommy's headpiece? Kimberly and Tommy. I just think those helmets are never coming off.
Yeah, like, and I know there were some behind the scenes clips of the stunt actors who, like, hey, props in the world to the stunt actors too. I saw Catherine posing with the pink one. It was pretty cute, but yeah, I think that's probably correct.
Yeah, I mean, see, and Farrell, that's what makes this plan of Rita so interesting, right? Because Mighty Morphin they're not the first team of Power Rangers, because even if you watch Dino Fury, you know that Zato and his team.
Yeah.
There
were 65 million.
65 million.
Years
there were
ago.
Rangers 65 million years ago, and there were Rangers 10,000 years ago.
Yeah.
From the start of Mighty Morphin, because Zordon.
Yeah.
There were Rangers on Eltar.
Well, and that's the biggest thing is, and by all means, the stakes are big in the sense that it's literally going to be the lives of the main characters. But if you really think about it, it's like, what's to stop Zordon for picking other teenagers?
Well, but here's the interesting thing about this, though. It's like those teenagers are kind of chosen, right? Because those teenagers kick off the modern era of Power Rangers.
Right, they're chosen.
The modern era of Power Rangers. And those Rangers, the Rangers that follow their legacy, do probably some of the biggest work out of any of the Rangers that lived before them.
Right.
Because they've saved the universe. Like, some of these Rangers saved the universe, saved timelines, saved time itself.
Right. I'm just making the point that, like, as per Rita as she normally is, it's not necessarily like the single best plan she's ever come up with. If you want to be serious.
That's true. No, that's a good question. I mean, Lokar is referenced in Dino Fury season 2. Yeah. Lokar's nephew, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's, I don't know. That he just looks like a porcupine. That's all I know, to match Lokar's face. Will Meister, what's up, buddy? Thank you for the super chat. Of course, Trini's definitely not the first Ranger to be killed off, but I think that it feels more like, yeah, when it's happened to Nicki, obviously knows, so this is not a spoiler. Obviously, when it happens to Kendricks. What did I say?
You said Kendrick.
Oh, sorry. I'm juggling a lot of plates right now, guys. Give me a break. When it happened to Kendricks, it felt real. It hit hard, but they still couldn't. I think they still couldn't put the emphasis on it that they wanted to, due to the limitations of telling serious stories through the lens of a children's TV show. Mm-hmm. But this feels more visceral, right?
Yeah.
Because one, everything that happened with Thuy, and two, like, the whole special revolves around this death. Like, it's death, it's revenge, it's guilt. I mean, we see Billy feel guilty about everything that happened. It's possible that we didn't see 65. It hasn't happened yet. That might be in Cosmic Fury, that they meet Adam Driver from the movie 65. That's really good. I love you, Jack. That was great. No one did.
No.
The Zords could definitely go faster than Dom Toretto. Here's the question, guys. Could Tommy Oliver beat Dom Toretto in a race? Yes. The answer is yes.
Well, is that potential heresy towards Fast and Furious?
See, Uncle Brian brings this up, and this is something that I've been thinking about a lot.
I see a lot of comments like this.
Because if you remember from the first live stream, and this is cool because you actually brought this up to me after our reaction. You reminded me of this because I didn't mention it at all in our video.
Wow, I did something smart.
Yeah, you actually you reminded me of this theory that I had.
Yeah.
Which was that Zack could potentially be Min's father.
Yeah.
Because Zack and Trini in the comics have a relationship. Mm-hmm. Trini tries to date Jason a little bit when they were younger. Mm-hmm. When they were early Rangers, like season 1 era, and then in the comic books, like post season 3 era, she and Zack are in a serious relationship. So
yeah, which here's the thing. It's like, I think that's a possibility. I don't know if that definitively proves everything, because like everyone can talk about like their parents in certain ways, because obviously they know who she's talking about. I don't think she has to specify my mom, but I think that's still a very valid point, and that's certainly not outside the realm of possibilities.
Yes. Exactly. No, like the Samurai Rangers, which in the Samurai Rangers, their ranger powers are inherited through generations. So it's passed down through family.
Yeah.
Will Meister, thank you for the $10 super chat. Yes, exactly. Most of the special was filmed before we lost JDF. Yeah, and I'm sure that they filmed. I'm sure there was additional footage that had to be filmed, but the majority of the work, writing, planning, you know, it's not like something like this. Like I'm sure that like there's this rumor that Amy Jo possibly filmed a cameo somehow, some way after.
Right, like for the viewing globe.
Yeah, for the viewing globe after JDF's passing, because she thought it was the right thing to do. So something like that, I think they could have done.
Yeah.
But any major additional photography would be very hard, because it's not like they're shooting in New Zealand, so it's not like you have to hop on a plane and fly like 10 hours, like 12 hours, like 18 hours.
Yeah.
Like even from Los Angeles, what is that, a 10-hour flight? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't personally look forward to that if I ever do it.
Personally, I think Zack's gonna lead. Yeah. I think Zack, even in Mighty Morphin, Zack's kind of the default second in command, and he engages the morphin call.
Yeah.
And that usually tells you what's what.
But if you haven't voted yet, go vote on our poll about who's going to be the leader.
Go vote on our poll, youtube.com/themontyverse, and let us know who you think the leader will be. We're considering it. There's a lot of stuff that we have planned that we're talking about. There's a lot of balls in the air right now. Exciting things could potentially be coming to the MontyVerse that we don't want to talk about yet. We don't want to jinx anything. We don't want to, fingers crossed, if things work out. We're gonna have some really, 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 really cool surprises for you guys for the 30th anniversary of Power Rangers. But we don't want to spoil anything just yet. But this is definitely a possibility. Going back, maybe not once a week, maybe once every. We'll tackle a couple episodes, maybe once a month or something like that, or an arc a month. I haven't seen the whole special, the whole series. I've seen clips. I've definitely seen clips, bits and pieces here and there.
I was gonna say, we were just talking about like how much have either of us actually seen of Sentai.
Let me guys know if any of you guys are watching King Andre in the chat. Let me know, because I'm looking for a good spot to watch it legally. It's very hard. I would love to watch. I watched the first episode and I really enjoyed it.
I was gonna say, so fun fact about me: before I ever watched any Power Rangers ever, about 11, 12 years ago, I was a huge anime fan, still a huge anime fan growing up, and when they did the live action drama version of the anime Ouran High School Host Club, I specifically watched Geki Ranger because it had one of the same actors in common, and I watched like 10 or 11 episodes of Geki Ranger.
And the best was when Nicki was explaining the series to me, and I'm like, oh, it's Wild Force.
Oh yeah, because at that point in time, like, because I truly didn't know Power Rangers, I didn't know about the use of the Sentai footage in the American shows. I was under the impression it was just they were just remakes of the Sentai. I had no idea.
No, it's a lot cheaper than that. Will Meister, thanks again for the $5 super chat. Oh God, we're not talking about those. We're not. I showed Nicki clips of these.
Oh God, I think I saw the opening.
Yes.
And I was just like, are you freaking serious right now? What is this nonsense?
They're terrible. This is embarrassing. This is why the Neo-Saban era. This is why the Hasbro era for Power Rangers, even though we're at a time of uncertainty about where the franchise is going to go from here, I think the fan base is more excited than we've been in a very long time, because we've struggled. Like, we've struggled through the dark times, and this was the dark times. Okay, no new seasons, reversions of Mighty Morphin Power Ranger.
I actually had posed the the possibility.
Oh, no, I was right. I messed that up. It is Jungle Fury.
Okay, guys.
I was right about the jungle theme, though. I was right about the animal themes.
Well, I told you that, to be fair.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Actually, like that's interesting because that made me think. I posed this to you. If they really wanted to, if I was like, what if they want to remake Power Rangers where they use the old Sentai footage with new American footage? And I immediately was like, that sounds horrible because the quality would be so drastically different. But
yeah.
that is like that's an interesting like the whole concept of how they film it and splice it is very cool to me.
This is a great comment because we should talk about this. Which I mean, there's so many of you guys in the chat right now. We're loving this.
I was gonna say, I actually did think that watching the trailer.
I logistically, like, I think they're there. It was already hinted at that there's more surprises and more people returning than we know of. I 100% think that even if it's for one scene, even if they shot it in Los Angeles, and it's like the camera just spins and it's Bulk and Skull like, whoa, like shaking and then doing a joke, doing some sort of pratfall or joke. I will, if I was a betting man, I'd bet that they would show up some way. In the special.
I agree.
People know that they're OGs. They're more OG than, you know, the Stone Canyon 3. So and they have a great arc.
I'm like, how many freaking episodes have they like? And I'm aware of this, but I don't know. Like, I don't know what happened to them. But how many freaking episodes have they been in total? A lot more than a lot of Rangers.
True, that is true. And this is also true. I'm a fake fan.
You're the worst. Fan.
It's hilarious because, like, I figured it out because you mentioned Purple, and I love RJ. RJ is one of my favorite Rangers, and then I immediately forgot and thought Wild Force because that's the one I struggled to remember while Turtle Cove. While we were watching this.
In your defense, I also screwed up one of the colors because I was like,
yeah,
it starts off as a 3-Ranger team, and then they add 2 more, and then I definitely screwed up one of the new colors in that for Geki Ranger, but it's okay. You know way more than I do.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yes, but
I think this feels different. They definitely feel like
tonally they're super different.
100%.
Because like before I even saw 2017, I kept hearing how it was like Breakfast Club featuring the Power Rangers.
Will Maisha, thank you again.
Making more Rangers.
Well, she's going. She like her whole plan involves time travel.
Yeah.
So I think when she says that, like she means like Zordon make more range, like talking about the OG5.
Yeah.
Like she's gonna stop Zordon from making you and the Rangers that come after you. You know, so I'm going to end the lineage of the Power Rangers before the modern era can start.
Yeah.
So I think that's what that meant. From my perspective. Also, while we're in on this, in the trailer, while they're discussing Rita's plan, it shows you the time machine, and inside the circle of energy in the time machine is Rita's dumpster.
Yeah.
From Day of the Dumpster.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So Rita might be attempting to travel back to Day of the Dumpster. So many great things. Noah, always feel free to message us. I try and respond as quickly as I can everywhere. Even if it takes me a day or two, I will try and get back to you as soon as possible.
Okay, Fluffmaster Wesley is spitting truth right now.
Man, RJ Seiler.
He's definitely was the standout of that whole freaking movie.
He was great.
Yeah,
he killed it.
He was the best part of that whole movie. Everything else was anywhere from decent to cringe.
Him and Daiquiri.
Daiquiri Montgomery.
Guys, I'm mispronouncing his name on purpose just because I like saying Daiquiri. But he was great. I thought he was a really good Jason. I think Jason and Billy got the most to do.
Yeah. Also, my God, I hate Kim in that movie so much more now that I know what Kim is actually supposed to be like.
Not Naomi.
No,
Naomi was good.
Naomi Scott is a phenomenal actress who needs a better agent.
Yeah, they did Kim dirty. They wrote Kim dirty in that movie. They did her dirty.
I just like, how did that many people approve that storyline? Think like, yeah, she's totally likable, and it's like not after the reveal. Anyway. Tangent over.
Okay, great question. Do I think Hyperforce built the new command center. I don't think Hyperforce built it. Even though the insignia on the new command center is very reminiscent of both Hyperforce and, to a certain extent, the Time Force badge, which makes sense because Time Force is linked to Hyperforce. They have a connection there. But I do think that maybe, see, and this is what's cool about this special. This special is bridging the gaps, like filling in the blanks for us in terms of continuity, because we're very close to the beginning of SPD in the show's timeline as well as our timeline, and we see that they're going to address SPD in the forms of Adam and Aisha. With they're working for the SPA. So are we going to be seeing the beginnings of the SPA? Yes, the SPD. Yes, I think we are. Are we going to see the beginnings of Time Force and Hyperforce? Yes, I think we do. And I don't think they built the new command center. I think Billy built the new command center, because if you look on the monitors in the trailer, they say Cranston Enterprises on it.
Whoa, you never pointed that out to me.
Well, I must have forgot. I apologize. I apology. Austin Frank is my favorite Ranger. So I think Billy might be responsible or might be aiding in the development of Time Force and Hyperforce.
Yeah.
And that logo that's on the command center evolves into what we will know as the Hyperforce logo.
Yeah.
So, boom. I hope I blew some of your minds. Possibly. That had me dying in theaters.
Whoa. So quickly, Alicia, is that true?
Oh, this is not true. Zack is the first Black Ranger. Oh, Black Ranger to be a team leader.
I was gonna say there have been plenty of Black actors who played.
Well, is that what you mean by Black Ranger? Or
I think she means like their suit is black.
Okay, because he's not the first Black actor to be or a Black person to be a Black Ranger leader, because that would be TJ, and TJ is awesome. I love TJ. But Black Ranger, that's a good question. I think the answer to that is yes.
Yeah.
Because we've had a pink leader, we've had white leaders, we've had red leaders, we had. I'm trying to think in my head if there has been any other mentors have been Rangers, but those aren't really the leaders of the team.
Yeah.
So that might be correct. I mean, Tommy was a Black Ranger, but he was more of the mentor than he was the leader.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Alicia, I think you're right.
That would be really cool.
Which would be cool. I mean, it's always cool to see Power Rangers do new things like that.
Well, here's the thing. It's like, I think it's fair to say that it's most likely going to be Zack or Billy.
Yeah. So
either way, it's going to be first Black or potentially first Blue.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
That would be cool if, Bulk and Skull are running the juice bar.
Aw, that would be cute.
While we're talking about the juice bar that they show in the trailer.
Oh god, I was gonna say, like, there's still so much of the trailer we haven't even talked about yet.
Because there's so much to talk about.
I know, but let's get to that while we're on it.
This is and I'm not making fun of it, because this is the Power Ranger charm that I love. But it's so, and I know that they have constraints in New Zealand. I know there's only so much they can do in terms of filming. But I love when we see Zack and Rocky teleport into that like yoga studio, and they pretend like it's Ernie's ginormous juice bar and community center.
It's so freaking huge in the show.
Ernie's juice bar and community center and youth center never ended. It was unending. It was like Deadpool's pouches in the 90s.
Like, it was probably bigger than the freaking high school.
It was huge.
Like, they spent way more time there than they ever did at school.
Yeah.
But
so the fact that they tried to pass off that little spin studio as Ernie's juice bar is hilarious. But
it was such a badass moment, though, the way whatever the one-liner Zack gave, and then he and Rocky just like went after them. That was pretty cool.
Oh my gosh, I would love to see Anubis Doggy Kruger, a younger Anubis Doggy Kruger. So Anubis Kruger is the leader, is a high-ranking official in SPD during the series. He's the Rangers' mentor during that season, and he is a dog man.
Oh god!
And he is the best. I love Doggy Kruger. I would love to see a young Anubis Kruger as Puppy Kruger. That would be great.
I think SB. I think is pretty safe to say it's just the special. Assuming you're talking about Once and Always.
It's hard. It's definitely not one episode because it's 55 minutes long. I think that's been confirmed.
Well, what I'm saying is, it's not Once and Always is a special.
Yeah, it's a special.
It's a standalone piece of work.
But what we as the Ranger community, what we need to do is we need to promote the heck out of this. We need to blow up on Twitter. We need to watch it a bunch of times.
Break all the Netflix records.
Break all the Netflix records, because if this is successful, we will get more of it.
Yeah, whatever stupid movie has like the Netflix record for views, like let's blow that out of the water with this special.
See, I wouldn't count Doggy Kruger as a Black Ranger. I would count. It's so hard because when you talk about sixth Rangers or extra Rangers, some of them are like, he's the Shadow Ranger, and then there's the Magnet Defender. Is he a sixth Ranger? Some people say yes, some people say no. So I don't consider him a Black Ranger. I don't really consider him the leader of the team either. I think of him more like Tommy, like they're mentors. Like they allow in Tommy's case Connor to lead the team, and in Anubis's case he allows Jack to lead the team. And I think they do that so they can learn and they can evolve as people and leaders.
Yeah.
That would be cool. I hope so.
I would hope so too. Because that regardless of the success of the special, that they're at least thinking about it, about what the future would be right after.
Yeah, that would be cool. See, this would also be cool too, because we do get a Dino Thunder reference in the trailer, and Connor and Trent are two of the Rangers that Rita captures in the special. So we know that the team is still active. So, it would be really cool if there was one shot of maybe Cranston Enterprises or inside of the command center, and we have a lot of the technological Rangers. Like we have Cam from Ninja Storm, and we have Ethan from Dino Thunder, and we have like all of these brainy, like Kendricks would be cool being there. She definitely qualifies. All working for Cranston Enterprises or the SPA, helping to build the future generation of Rangers.
Yeah.
That would be super cool. Man, I'm hyping myself up right now.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, you want to be excited for this.
Oh, absolutely. So many of you guys in the chat right now. Thank you guys for joining. If any of you are just jumping in. Speaking of, what's up, Dylan? I'm glad that you got to catch a live stream, dude. Happy to hang out with all of you guys. We're still trying to get through the trailer. There's so much stuff I want to talk about. Did we even talk about the fact that Rita, like, I know that, who was it that mentioned up top? This is great. And then it's Bulk and Skull morphing into the orange and purple Ranger from the comics. That would be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
That would be super dope.
Could you imagine, like, because Paul Schreier became Yellow Ranger?
Yeah, became the Yellow Ranger in Hyperforce.
And imagine they make a callback to that.
That would be cool. Like, I love callback. What's really cool about Hasbro is, love it or hate it, Hasbro is trying to do something with continuity, which is something that Neo-Saban and Disney didn't really care about too much. Neo-Saban specifically could give two Fs about continuity. So to see Hasbro kind of actually care, and to have writers who actually grew up with this stuff and care and put effort into making something, it's really awesome. And and it makes the fan base like proud to be a fan. What's up, Andrew?
Hey.
What's up, Power Rangers Ultraverse? You rock, dude.
Yeah, you do rock. Really quick to answer Andrew's question. Yeah, we're gonna cover movies when we get to them.
Yeah, we're gonna cover. Yeah. Of course we're gonna do the movies.
Like, look, I'm excited to cover the first movie especially because I've seen them. I freaking love the ninja outfits.
Yeah, Yeah, they're cool.
I think they look incredible. If I ever cosplayed as Kim, I would honestly want to do that costume.
I would just wear the ninja outfits around. They look super comfortable.
That's the biggest
It's
thing.
like a pair of sweatpants.
Yeah, and
like a hoodie.
And man, like Amy Jo rocked that headband. I don't know what it is.
They look so much better in the movies than they do in the show.
Because
they look pretty similar, to be honest with you.
But here's the thing, though. It's like I had seen those costumes for a long time, and I didn't realize that the best looking ones were from the movie until I was like, oh wait,
yeah,
that's what happens in the movie because it was original.
They wasted too much of the budget on the costumes. They didn't save any for the Zords. Moving on. All right. Guys, there's an Orange Ranger coming. We have our first official full-time Orange Ranger coming to Cosmic Fury. So we also have, everyone here has to check out Cosmic Fury too.
Yeah. Also, I would be down for a juice bar. If they're gonna make the whatever the coffee place in Friends is, they better damn well make
Central Perk.
Yes, I totally blanked on that.
There needs to be. I don't know how I knew. I didn't watch Friends, so I don't know how I know that.
Everyone has watched a little bit.
There should be an Ernie's juice bar pop up.
Mm-hmm. Yes. If they do Krusty Krab pop-ups, they can do the juice bar.
Yeah, they need to do the juice bar.
The only thing is, like, someone has to be the bulk and just get smashed into the cake that they randomly have sitting around.
Absolutely, just cakes everywhere, whipped cream pies and cakes everywhere.
Yeah.
Just don't that one. Guys, let me ask you guys a question because we have to keep talking about this trailer or else we'll just never address anything.
I know, there's so much more.
Who do you guys think built Robo Rita? I want to know some of your thoughts in the comments below. I have my theories. I really think what is like literally I just mentioned how strong a job Hasbro's doing at weaving continuity. And they did such a great job of it between Beast Morphers and Dino Fury, where things like Scrozzle appeared, main villain from Beast Morphers, appears and is relevant again in Dino Fury. So I really am curious to see if that continues, and maybe because spoilers if you haven't seen Dino Fury, spoilers for the next 1 minute because I'm going to say something spoilery. So come back in a minute if you haven't seen Dino Fury. But at the end of Dino Fury, Lord Zed escapes from a prison. From being imprisoned by the Morphin Masters. And we don't learn anything about that. It's just Zydo comes back.
Yeah.
Zato. Why do I keep saying Zydo?
I mean, I could see like how it's spelled, why, but we've watched the show. They definitely say Zato.
So Zato is literally brought back to life by the Morphin Masters because Zed escaped. How did Zed escape the Morphin Masters? They're omnipotent. They're omnipotent. They're gods of the morphing grid.
They're omnipotent.
They're super potent. They're omnipotent. They're omnipotent. They're gods of the morphing grid. How did he escape? There's definitely a story there, I think, and I think that story is going to tie into
Cosmic
Fury, but also Once and Always, maybe.
Oh yeah, possibly.
You know,
and that's something you've talked about a lot is the way that the ongoing series could tie into whatever is ongoing with the past ones.
Pharaoh, you should watch Beast Morphers. And that's all I will say about that. Yeah, this is what I'm getting at. I think Lord Zed and Scrozzle are the ones that built Robo Rita. You have a robotic version of Rita Repulsa showing up when one of the villains from Beast Morphers, who is notorious for building all the robots, is working for Lord Zed. So yeah, I don't think that's a coincidence. A lot of people have been saying the Machine Empire, which I think would be cool. But in terms of like cohesive storytelling, I think it makes sense for Zed to send this Robo Rita to Earth as a plan B to try and get rid of the Power Rangers, because he knows like either she's going to succeed and get rid of the Power Rangers, or she's going to keep them busy long enough for me to begin my plans. And
here's the other key phrase that I think is important to bring up is in the trailer, she very specifically says that she found the body. So I think that really ties into the theory that this is not Rita. This is just a machine with her memories implanted in it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I heard this rumor too, and I hope it's true.
Oh yeah, that would be really cool.
I hope it's true because it means that one of my theories about about once and always is not true, and I don't want it to be true. Because because there are some shots in the trailers, I feel like the final battle takes place in the same place
As the beginning.
as the beginning. Like we were talking about this before we came live. So I think where Trini dies, maybe the final battle also takes place on that same cliffside. And I think it would be nice symmetry if maybe in a moment similar to how Trini sacrificed herself to save Billy,
right.
maybe Billy dives in the way of a shot to save Min, or it's vice versa, and Min saves Billy without dying.
Yeah. Because that's the biggest thing is that, and I did not catch this, I think, the first time we watched the trailer, but it's very clear that Robo Rita is aiming, like, Billy is in the way of her attack.
Yeah.
It's not Trini, it is definitely Billy, and they are very strategic with how they edit it to show what happens after the fact, but the aim was clearly for Billy.
Yeah, it's definitely for Billy. There's also some things in there that are interesting, like the fact that Billy starts to fight alone, because the opening of the trailer is that drone shot, and it's from behind Billy, and there's no other Rangers around him, and it's a 360, and then it wraps around, and there are no other Rangers there.
Is it 360?
Yeah, I mean it's at least like a 180.
I was gonna say, because like if you want to get technical, maybe they were like way behind him and we just didn't see them.
How far? I mean, you really think Tommy and Jason are going to be that far behind Billy?
Or they're about to show up? I don't know.
Tommy maybe he forgot his communicator in his gym bag.
I'm just saying a possibility based on what we were shown.
But Jason, dog, no way, dude.
Okay.
Jason's gonna headbutt Robo Rita. That's why Rita had to take out Jason and Tommy first. She's like, I know you guys are the two most popular. I'm gonna capture you first.
Yeah. No, that's a fair point. I'm just saying, like, based on what we've seen, and this is the problem when you theorize, is that it makes me nitpick everything and wonder, like, oh, is this a fake out? Were they strategic with the editing and the cropping? It's like, and then it just drives me crazy, but it's fun, but it's a lot at the same time.
Yeah. One thing I want to address that I was as I was rummaging through the trailer, I found it's a burning question that a lot of people had. Why is Kat using the pterodactyl power coin? And we now have an answer. Alpha gives it to her. Alpha, in the trailer, when Rocky and Kat are teleported into the command center, Alpha has his hand open and there are two power coins. It's the pterodactyl and Tyrannosaurus power coin. And Kat grabs the pterodactyl and Rocky grabs the Tyrannosaurus. So Alpha somehow has a way to either produce new power coins, or maybe those were their old ones that he was somehow able to rejuvenate. I don't know. We know that Ninjor made Tommy the Master Morpher. He's cranking out power coins for Tommy left and right. So maybe he cranked out a couple of extra for Alpha to have as part of the Bandora Protocol. But yes, we now have an answer to the burning question. Why does Kat have pterodactyl?
Which I'm really, really glad that I have no idea what that's in reference to.
Well, yeah, you know what that's in reference to.
I don't. I think you told me and I forgot.
Okay.
Well, thanks. Now you spoiled it.
Well, you knew that already. Don't tell me I spoiled it. You spoiled that for yourself.
Well, I was just saying, like, I actually forgot, but whatever. I mean, I'll probably forget by the time we get to anything with Kat in Mighty Morphin, I will probably forget this conversation.
100%. Yeah, definitely.
Anyway.
Yeah, or it could be a combination of that. I kind of think it was Ninjor. I mean, Ninjor made the Master Morpher before the Morphin Masters got involved again, right? So he had it in Dimensions in Danger. Rocky had a new Tyrannosaurus power coin in Dimensions in Danger, if we remember. So I don't know. I don't think the Morphin Masters are involved with this one. They only just started to see the light, the error of their ways. Excuse me, at the end of Dino Fury. But I don't know. Thanks, Lewis. Glad to have you here. The origin of Thrax. Oh no. Thrax is and I won't tell you who Thrax is, Nikki, because you won't even.
Yeah.
You don't know, but I understood that reference, and that's funny. I want to know the answers. What's up, Snooky? What's up, dude? If Zed built Robo Rita, why stop there? Rita says now this is a reunion in the trailer. What if Zed built their sons too? I mentioned it before, but Adam knows their son. Well, it is a reunion because it's Power Rangers and they have to have cheesy dialogue. So Rita says that because it is a reunion special and it is a reunion between the Rangers and Rita. Not only that, but it's a reunion between the Rangers and some of their old monsters.
Yeah.
Because in the trailer, we see Robo Minotaur and Robo Snizzard. And guess what, guys? 80% of this budget went to getting Bryan Cranston back to voice Snizzard. Yay! No, I don't know. I doubt. It's probably just gonna. I'm voicing Snizzard.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. They're just gonna take clips from my stream and put that in Snizzard's voice. Dude, that's because Alpha's really evil. That's because Alpha just doesn't care. Alpha's like Mr. Popo from Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
Oh no!
Alpha is the Dragon Ball Z Abridged Mr. Popo version of Alpha. Oh come on, Nikki, you know the answer. Do you know what I'm gonna say?
I mean, let me guess. Is there a scarf involved?
It's the Robo Dark Warrior, baby. Give me Robo Dark Warrior. I want him back. I want a light. First of all, Hasbro, you got to do me a favor. I want my Lightning Collection Dark Warrior figure with extra teal scarf.
Oh god.
And I want Robo Dark Warrior to come back, but I want him to have 2 scarves on.
Oh god.
And I want them to flow like capes in the wind. Like,
here's my question. Would you give a shit about him if not for the scarves?
No, but that's why he wore it. No, he's like Bane. No one cared who he was until he put on the mask. No one cared who the Dark Warrior was before he put on the scarf. Yeah. I hope that who would you bring back, Nikki?
Oh god.
The Nasty Knight.
This is hard. This is tough because it's tough because it's like in turn. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say Madame Woe.
Madame Woe. That's a good one.
Oh no, I think she's fantastic.
Madame Woe's a badass.
But this is my problem. It's like I could be tempted to just list the monsters who are my favorite.
Robo Eye Guy.
And I know a few people did mention Scorpina, who like I'll take her in any day of the week. But at the same time, no. Like, I kind of want to know, like, what is the story exactly and how they would be utilized. Because I don't know if I could pitch that right now off the top of my
Robo
head.
Pudgy Pig. And he just doesn't stop eating. His mouth never closes. Oh, Brian, you said it too. Oh, there we go. Nikki, do you think Jason and Kim are married?
No.
No.
No, I'm so sorry that I said that.
I know, because You listen. You know what you know so far, so it's a good answer.
I'm just saying, like, is it impossible? Absolutely not. I don't know if I have that impression, but I mean, people change.
Everyone knows that Jason really loved Zack. Deep down, he loved Zack, but they just could never be together because they were always too busy being Power Rangers.
Boy, then by that logic, how was anyone ever with anyone?
Never mind. That theory went to shit immediately. Thanks, Nikki. Thanks. Yeah, Nasty Knight fighting Zack with Zack. I love that episode. Happy birthday, Zack.
Yeah.
Ironically, on my friend Zack's birthday. Zack's birthday. Happy birthday, Zack.
I know, except he's not watching this.
Except he's not watching because he's too good for us. Oh, that would be cool.
That would be interesting.
He eats technology. Okay. I like that. I like where your head's at.
Oh yeah. I would not be surprised if we get the viewing globe. I know that's the cliche theory for Kim right now, but it makes sense. And again, let's be clear, Amy Jo is not 100% not in the special.
Yeah, she chose her wording pretty specifically.
Yeah, she didn't say no to being into it. She said no to what was offered.
My theory was always that, and now knowing that Kimberly, Tommy, and Jason are for most what it looks like going to be in the special morphed, I think they did voiceover, and I think that covers. I think they did ADR because I know they do ADR in LA. And they have ADR studios in Texas and all over the country. So I wouldn't be surprised because for Austin to record something wouldn't be too hard.
Yeah.
And I think it makes sense for them to, because you wouldn't, like, it would be messed up to address Trini's death on screen and have them say nothing.
Yeah, that because, and I hinted about
Right?
it a little bit in the trailer. Like that's all I could think is the way they film. At least they showed that one scene, which again could be a fake out of Billy and Zach take their helmets off, and the other three like all just kind of stand
Yeah.
there.
And even if Rita captures them immediately after that,
Yeah,
I can't like see Jason, because you see Jason reaching to put his arm on Billy's shoulder.
yeah,
I can't see him doing that out saying, what happened, guys?
right.
Like,
Or
like something.
or at least emote as much as they possibly
Yeah,
can.
it would be so awkward for them not to have recorded anything. And I think it's a good way to represent people like Austin who just weren't able to get there
Yeah.
due to legal reasons. What's up, AJ?
Hi.
What's up, buddy? So yeah. Oh God. Oh, don't do this. Don't do this
Okay,
to us.
I was literally thinking this because once
Master Weeze, didn't you say this last time? Did you haunt my nightmares last time I sang this?
yeah, but I mean that just shows the effectiveness of it. But I'm just saying, since there is focus on Trini in the special, that would be like terrifyingly fitting. Right? Right?
Yeah.
And now it has now because now I have to wonder like, oh, does Min have that connection? Because did she inherit all those dolls that Trini had?
Maybe. I would. Man, can you imagine if we see those creepy dolls? We're probably going to see the creepy dolls in the house. First of all, Trini, good for you. You're living comfortably, it looks like.
That whatever that
Beautiful
house was,
house.
that looked beautiful.
You had a,
assuming that it's there.
I mean, I'm assuming it's Trini's house. I'm
Yeah.
assuming she worked. I'm assuming she was Billy's right-hand woman at Cranston Enterprises, right? That would make sense.
Yeah, and then that would also would tie into like even at like the father theory of side. At least that ties Min to him more.
Yeah,
In a
absolutely.
very believable way.
It's because Alpha's evil. Spoiler. No, I'm just joking, but maybe I'm not joking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're going to. They're not going to produce an Easter egg like that without explaining it. Because again, I think the special, on top of being nostalgia, on top of telling a cohesive story, I think it's also trying to bridge the gaps in continuity between Power Rangers. So I think that we are going to learn about the SPA.
Yeah.
I think we are going to hear some rumblings about Time Force and Hyperforce. Yes, and Pedro Pascal will be voicing Jason. And he will never take his helmet off.
I mean, that is the one recast I would be more than happy to see. Except I probably shouldn't be saying that.
Probably not. Zords. I don't know. I think we should just be happy that we're getting the Dino Zords back. Because that's pretty cool. And someone mentioned in the comments, this is the first time that we're going. Well, I can't say that without spoiling things for Nikki.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to. Yeah, I mean, he is the most powerful and smartest and best looking villain. So yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. The one thing I want this special to do more than anything, besides the fact this comment's hilarious, is I want them to make the Omega Rangers canon, because I always hated the peace conference. I thought the peace conference was stupid. What kind of peace conference takes 3 high school kids and moves them halfway across the world, just out of the blue, and removes them from their own ecosystem to have a mock peace conference?
Oh my god!
Get out of here! Get out of here with that. Make the Omega Rangers canon. Hasbro, do it. I love the Omega Rangers. One of the greatest things to come out of the Boom comics, which are all great. But that is one of the greatest things to come out of it. I mean, yeah, that's
100%.
That was great. Tickle Sneezer sucks.
I was gonna say the episode as a whole is iffy, but that concept that they explored in it, especially like as blatantly as they did, I appreciated.
And that gets touched on again, and that string carries over into Island of Illusion with Trini. So Trini has this continuous PTSD throughout the series. So that's really, really cool. That is a great episode. Yeah, I mean, at this point, Kimberly has been rumored to be married to everyone.
I know.
I think Nicki and Kimberly were rumored to be married at one point. I think everyone's rumored to have married Kimberly.
Oh my god.
So whatever. Let Kimberly live her life.
Yeah.
Let whoever is married to Kimberly decided to marry them. Okay.
Yeah, not the other way around.
Kimberly is the prize here. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, she's the prize, but she also
chooses the.
She's
the
also
prize.
the huntress.
She's the huntress. All of these analogies are bad. Kimberly is a strong, independent woman. She can make her own decisions. She can marry whoever she wants. Maybe she married what's his face from the comics. Maybe she married
a bunch of people.
Matt. Maybe she married Matt from the comics, and even though he's not canon, maybe they're gonna make him canon.
I mean, that's the biggest thing. It's like they have the free for all to do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah, in my personal canon, they are canon, 100%. One, because those suits are dope as shit, and two, because it actually makes sense. As opposed to sending your three of your best fighters to a mock peace conference for no reason in Switzerland. Let's get 3 California students from the same high school, all from the same high school, and send them to Switzerland for a peace conference.
And more importantly, like, what were their credentials? Like, what made them better than everyone else?
They were Power Rangers. That's what made them better.
Oh, I'm sure it had nothing to do with
definitely nothing to do with behind the scenes pay disputes and the Ranger actors being worked like dogs, being forced to film for like 18 hours straight, 6 to 7 days a week, and being worked like circus animals. Definitely has nothing to do with that. I don't think Goldar is going to show up in Once and Always, only because we just got Goldar Maximus in Beast Morphers. So we already got a nod to Goldar in Beast Morphers, so I don't think we're going to get... But that's me, personally. I don't think we're going to get that. No. Do you think Zack's going to wear Tommy's shield in this?
Oh, God. I can't see that.
Right? Because, one, Tommy gets captured in it. We see that's how we know that's Tommy.
Yeah, and like...
captured in the trailer because it has the dragon shield on.
And like, and this might be spoilery for me, but does Zack have any connection to that shield? You say yes or no and leave it at that.
Yeah, I mean, it's interchangeable.
Okay. I know it's interchangeable, but like, was it ever like super meaningful to him compared to anyone?
Super meaningful? No. Okay. It hasn't been super meaningful to anyone besides Tommy. Other Rangers have worn it.
Okay.
In the comics, his son wears it.
Right. Because I mean, that's like a lot of things to where if there's like a meaningful reason for it, I could like, okay, maybe yeah. And that's not to say it couldn't happen, but I don't see it.
I think you mean I don't remember.
Wait, go down.
I don't remember that comment. Yeah, in the comics, Kat was JJ's mom, and I don't know if we're gonna stop. I'm gonna stop pulling those comments up because I don't want to talk about any more shipping with Nicki here because we don't want to spoil the romantics ups and downs of Power Rangers.
I was gonna say I just experienced a massive one in the last episode we watched.
Yeah, I mean Tommy and Kim just got together, guys. We don't want to spoil that for her.
Not only that,
yes.
It's like
Sir sits a lot. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Yeah, I would love to see Robo, Squat, and Babu. Except they're so damn useless.
Maybe they would be more useful as robots.
I would hope so. I want to see them come back as like huge Gundams, like just weapons everywhere, just super robots, like having them be super intimidating.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Some other things that we got to keep rolling with this trailer because there's so many things to talk about, and you guys are presenting a lot of amazing theories right now. Okay, so we talked about, I mean, obviously, listen, we're all in the know in this chat right now. So we obviously, the little things we know, like the Bandora Protocol, obviously is a nod to Rita's name in the Sentai, which is Bandora. Really curious. I want this to be explained because the name is cool, but I really want to know the origin behind the Bandora Protocol and why all these other Ranger teams appear on this screen, because we have Coral Harbor, We have Reefside, we have the Astro Megaship, we have Turtle Cove, and we have Terra Venture. These are all Ranger teams. You know, Lost Galaxy, Beast Morphers, Wild Force, Power Rangers in Space. So the Astro Megaship could even be the home of the SPA, because a lot of people were saying that. It looks like they're in space. You know, that could be also be where Rocky and Aisha are. So I want to know, like,
you mean Adam?
Adam and Aisha. Sorry, I'm rolling. We're doing it live. So I'm really, like, I'm so interested to see if the Rangers actually organized and put together like this communications network where they're able to join forth, like where we can get like other Ranger teams interacting, and like one Ranger from this team and one Ranger from that team coming together and having their own little side adventures. Because like for everyone who's seen Dimensions and Dangers, it's implied in a line from TJ that these Rangers are off having their own adventures with villains that we've never seen before. So I think this is really cool, and that's the implication here, that these Rangers are still out there doing, fighting the good fight and being those heroes that we all believe them to be. It's just that we spend our time with the youngest generation of Rangers and watch them grow and become legends in their own right, which I think is really cool. So there's that. There's Robo, Snizzard, and Minotaur.
I mean, we didn't really talk a whole lot about Cat and Rocky.
We didn't talk about Cat and Rocky, and thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, because that has to be interesting, because you and I were talking about that in connection with who is coming back and what would their roles have been depending on how things shook out.
Yeah. It's really interesting. We kind of get an idea of what Rocky's been up to.
Yeah.
Since we last saw him, and he's a firefighter. It's confirmed that Rocky is a firefighter. We see him in firefighting attire when he teleports into the command center. Is he a professional? I would assume he's a professional fighter. There's also the possibility that he is a volunteer firefighter.
Yeah.
Either way, still awesome. Really awesome to see like Rangers who serve as Rangers go on to be serving members of their community outside of their Ranger duties, which is really awesome. And I think that's really good for Rocky. I think this special is going to be the beginning of the Rocky Demption for the character.
Oh my God.
Rocky Demption, baby.
I kind of want to root for him whenever we get to those episodes, just so I can say he's not that bad.
Rocky's okay. Oh, Chris. Yeah, man. Just give me Finster. I don't want... Finster's not going to be a robot. You missed it. Finster's going to be in a black suit, and he's going to be smoking a cigar, and he's going to be the mastermind of the entire special. You're welcome, Chris. I gave you that little tidbit. That's on me. Yeah, but... And then Cat... I kind of have ideas of where Cat's been, but I'm not going to say any of them to you, Nikki. I'm not going to bounce any of them off of you.
Too spoilery?
Too spoilery, I think.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
What is cool is that Testing Limits says that they look like Aisha and Adam look like they're on the bridge of the new Astro Megaship. That is true. It does look like they are in space, and they are on a recreated, updated bridge of maybe the Astro Megaship Mach 3 or 10, or who knows what Astro Megaship we're on now. The Astro Megaship is the awesome Megaship that I just got in the mail 2 weeks ago because I got the Zap version of the Astro Megaship. So it's really cool. And there is a connection there because they could be in space. And in the new command center, we have tons of like astrological symbols, like space, like comets, planets, you know, star charts, star maps. So there is that spatial connection there.
Yeah.
Listen, if I ever say something interesting or uninteresting, just stop me.
It's not that's uninteresting. I'm just
rambling.
I'm also just not positive, but I don't want to stop you.
I'm also just rambling right now. So just of all the things that pop into my head.
Yeah. Man, it was just such a great trailer.
Such a great trailer. I do have to say, I love the updated the teleportation.
No, they looked great when they teleported.
It looks so cool. And you would have to imagine that in 30 years, technology has updated itself, you know, so I don't need to see that look exactly the same as the 90s because I think it's a really good updated version of what that 90s effect looks like,
Right.
which is just a blob.
Right. But that's the purpose, is like they want to stay true to the franchise to a certain extent. But yeah, like you said, it's not going to be stagnant forever. They can't, obviously, they're not going to make the aesthetic look 100% the same. And I think it's going to be better for it, but it still has that charm to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and talking about the command center and the Bandora Protocol, all of the teams that we see referenced during the Bandora Protocol, we see rangers of those teams captured in Rita's lair. Like we see Beast Morpher Red, Beast Morpher Gold, In Space Black, Lost Galaxy Red, Blue, and Green, Dino Thunder Red and White. We see Jason,
God.
Kim, and Tommy. We see Wild Force, Wolf Ranger, what looks like it's either In Space Yellow or Wild Force Yellow, Taylor, the Wild Force Yellow Ranger, and potentially 2 Turbo Rangers down below, Red Turbo, Yellow Turbo. So there's she captured a lot of Rangers. And I do like someone in the chat, I don't remember who said it. It was like 40 minutes ago, but someone said that she could be capturing Rangers to power the time machine.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good idea. So whoever said it, remind me, because lots going on. Will Meister, thank you for the super chat. Yeah, he is a firefighter now. And we do Carter Grayson, baby. Carter Grayson is a badass. I really want Nikki to watch Lightspeed Rescue so she could see just the absolute badassness, badassdom that is Carter Grayson. Yeah, I would love to see Rocky Redemption too. Rocky's not my favorite Red Ranger, but I do think Rocky's an okay character. I love Steve Cardenas. I've met Steve a couple of times. I think he's wonderful, and I think he's a nice guy. But I will troll Rocky, and when we get to the episodes where Rocky's introduced, I will make fun of Rocky a lot. But that is in no way, shape, or form how I feel about Steve Cardenas, and I will say that then, and I will say now. I think Steve is wonderful.
I love how many times you had to regurgitate that,
because I don't want people to take what I say about Rocky
and apply it to Steve. Right. I'm just saying it's funny to me because you're emphasizing how much you want to make fun of Rocky above all.
I can't wait.
Oh my god.
I can't wait. I'm gonna eat well those days. I'm gonna be fed, as the kids say.
I mean, that, to be fair, that actually is making me look even more forward to them.
Oh, it was testing limits. Thank you, dude. I love that theory. Yeah. I mean, Morphing Grid Energy. I mean, Morphex from Beast Morphers. There was a whole season devoted to Morphing Grid Energy being used as a power source. So makes sense to me.
Here's a good question from
this one?
Yeah.
Or the Order of Dylan?
Yeah.
Nick, which season am I most excited to show Nikki?
Okay, I have a guess based on what you've talked about.
Well, yeah. Let's see how well you listen. What's your guess?
RPM.
100%. I cannot wait to show you RPM, mainly because I want to watch it again.
And what's before it?
Jungle Fury.
Okay. The theme song for Jungle Fury, I think, freaking slaps, and I know you also like it. So that's gonna at least be a good 2, like, back-to-back seasons.
I like Jungle Fury. I like the characters in Jungle Fury. I think Dominic's fine, but everyone else is really awesome. I love RJ. I love Casey.
And then
there's some stuff up here that I want to address.
Wait, let me answer the question.
Oh, sorry. Oh, there was a second part.
Oh my gosh.
I'm juggling a lot of hats. That's why you're here. You got to keep me focused. Right. You got to keep me focused.
I mean, Time Force, I was really excited about. Yeah. I am also excited for RPM. I'm a little excited for Jungle Fury too, just because you raved about it. I think that theme song slaps.
There's also stuff that, but that's Zordon era, so I don't know if you're just not saying it because.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say anything up to Turbo because I know we're going to.
Well, In Space.
Oh, it's In Space.
In Space ends the Zordon era.
Well, I was thinking in terms of the actors.
Oh, fair enough.
Because that much I also know, but I was thinking in terms of that. But okay, In Space is Lost Galaxy after that?
It's the first series after the Zordon era.
Okay. So yeah, I was not even thinking about that. See, I mean, I could have, but yeah, I was kind of thinking of I was thinking in terms of what I know you like. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, but Farrell made a good point about us talking about like space being involved, and
Yeah.
you know, the in-space helmets were used in SPD as the helmets for the A Squad Rangers. So there is connective tissue there with them being in the Astro Mega Ship and them having the SPA badges. So I do think we're going to get some continuity bridges for other seasons, and I think that's cool. But yeah, good job, Farrell. That's great to point out. I
mean,
can't wait for you. You have no idea what this means yet. And I can't wait for us to watch this episode. And all I will say is Rocky just wants to have fun.
That's good, though. Why would you make fun of him?
You're right. You're right. That's not making fun of.
You're mean.
You said it, not me, dude. You said it, not me.
Yeah, I did.
Isn't is JDF part Native American in real life?
I have no idea.
I don't remember. Is that why they did this storyline? I don't remember. I don't see why he can't be like 1/16th.
I mean, he can. I don't know how much.
I don't think it's that egregious.
No, I don't think it's unbelievable. I'm just saying, is it supposed to be considered part of his character?
Not that I don't think. Like, I think there's an arc involving it, but I don't think it's not nearly as egregious as the entire Power Ranger Samurai team being descended from feudal Japanese lords, but yet they're 5 American teenagers. You know,
and aren't many of them white?
Yeah, 2 of them are white.
Okay, that's pretty funny, though.
But they're all American teenagers, descended from feudal legacy Japanese feudal lords that passed down their culture through generations.
I mean, that's pretty damn funny.
Yeah. Hey, Allison. What's up?
Oh, wait, hold on.
Which time you're going to be available?
I would assume. I know Disney Plus is 3 a.m. on the East Coast.
I'm assuming they're going to do 12, just because Los Angeles and see, here's the thing. As fans of movies and as people who cover movies and TVs, like TV shows, everything is run out of New York and LA, so it's usually 12 p.m. LA because it's the last major entertainment hub to hit midnight. So usually it's midnight LA,
which sucks for us.
3 a.m. Eastern time. But you know, this is based out of New Zealand, and the trailer got leaked. The trailer got released in New Zealand time, which I think was an accident. I think they meant to release the trailer like 9 a.m. Pacific time, and so 12 Eastern time, and they released it at 12 midnight Eastern time. And because Netflix New Zealand was the first spot to release the trailer, they took it down, and then because it was already out for long enough for people to download, they officially released it. And it was and everyone was kind of scrambling because we were sleeping. We woke up and we're like, oh shit. Trailer.
The woes of being on the East Coast.
So if we were betting people, it'd probably be 12 p.m. Pacific time. West Coast time.
Oh, Dylan's on your side.
She's not ready for RPM. But I'm so excited to watch it again. I love RPM. One of my favorite seasons. What are you talking about, dude? Rocky just wants to have fun. Rocky just wants to have fun and play pachinko.
Damn, I can't wait for that episode now.
Nikki has
I started it.
Nikki has started Time Force. Nikki is exploring older seasons of Power Rangers that we are not going to get to for a long time. And we're probably going to cover those in maybe a retrospective video or review videos. But she wants to learn more about the franchise.
I know. This is the hard part, guys, and this is the hardest part with Mighty Morphin, is that I can't watch ahead.
I know.
Because otherwise I can't have a genuine reaction to it.
It's tough.
But that's what kind of makes it fun, is the fact that because they are very much self-contained, is like, oh, if I wanted to, I actually can jump around. Like, if I theoretically wanted to go to RPM right after Time Force, I could get away with it.
Yeah. This is a really good question.
That is a solid question.
He did. He did choose. He definitely chose Rocky out of a hat. He was like, shit, I wanted Adam. He was like, shit, I wanted Adam. I got Rocky. Shit.
Oh no.
But this is a really great question.
I'm gonna get another drink while you answer that.
All right, you want to get me one too?
Yeah.
Because I'm talking a lot. This is a really good question, and as I'm thinking about it, what I don't want answered is I don't want the morphing grid over-explained. Like, we're learning more about the morphing grid in series like Dino Fury, and we're introducing concepts, or should I say reintroducing concepts like the Morphin Masters, which was a throwaway line in Mighty Morphin episode 2 or 3. But I don't want the morphing grid over-explained. I want the morphing grid to have a little mystery around it, because I think part of Star Wars, the prequel's biggest problems for me, is that they over-explain the Force, and they over-explain things in Star Wars that for viewers are supposed to be these magical experiences, these experiences that make you feel like anyone could be a Jedi or anyone could be a Power Ranger. So when you over-explain things, it takes the magic out of it, and I really don't want the magic of the morphing grid to be lost. So that's my answer, and that's a really great question. That's awesome. We're gonna try and get all the way to In Space. I don't know if we might have to watch In Space before we get to it naturally, and then just continue our reactions. Because listen, at this point, we could probably watch In Space now, and by the time we get to it in the reaction time, in terms of reacting to it, Nikki will probably forget half of the things from the season anyway. And of course, like, I can't contain everything in my brain as well. So maybe Mighty Morphin will do a first-time watch through, and we will just keep going through the series. But maybe we'll start watching other things in our spare time, make videos on it, because I want to start doing more content in terms of like lore and stuff. Like, I would love to like do lore videos on the comic books and like different Rangers and different teams and different weapons and stuff like that, because I think that's stuff I'm really interested in, and stuff I think is really, really fun. Oh, what's up, Sir Sitsalot? Thanks for being a new viewer, dude. We're happy to have you part of the team, to be a Mighty Morphin MontyVerser. Oh, that's so awesome, dude. I'm glad that you get to rewatch it with us. We kind of feel like our videos are a commentary track. We try and post the episode links in all the descriptions so you guys watch with us, and you, as you're watching along, you kind of listen to us, and like we're all in a room together watching together. And I think that's kind of the vibe we want to give out. We don't want you to watch the episode like from our screen. We want you to experience it like we're all in a room together, and we're having and we're all just poking fun at something that we all love. But thank you for the donation, and thanks for being a new viewer. Really love it. Oh God, they do. They're off the chart. Tommy's midi-chlorians are probably like, it's probably over 9,000.
Just imagine, like, I bet if I went to a fan fiction site right now and looked for any Power Rangers Star Wars crossover fanfics, that 100% is a thing. 100%.
This is a really good question. I have thought about this. The only reason I would not is because some of those bad episodes are so fun to make fun of, and it's good content.
Yeah, and just on a personal level, I'm a huge completionist, so I would, even though I would definitely watch them all on my own time, and then we could just record what we felt like. I also feel like, for me, especially as a new fan, it's like, and I know you could, I wouldn't feel great about, like, well, how do we determine what's important or not?
We might do this for other seasons.
Yeah, like, depending on where this goes, because obviously there's an insane amount of episodes.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
We might do it, like, Nikki's gonna watch through Time Force. Maybe we'll go back and we'll
do a discussion, and then, like, we can do certain reactions, but then, like, have an overarching discussion of, like, what was important, what was great, what sucked.
Because I haven't rewatched Time Force in years, so if you rewatch it and you kind of pick which episodes you think are the most important, and then we watch it, I would probably be the one reacting, because I probably forgot half the things. I remember all the cool and important stuff, but there's a lot of, like, the more fun things that I probably forgot.
And, like, just as a quick note, that's what's so crazy is, like, because we've watched some of the other opening theme songs, and the amount that you remember, like, of all the characters, of all the Rangers, and just facets of all these seasons, and, like, enough that you have strong opinions on all of them is crazy.
I have strong opinions about most of them.
I mean, silly me for implying you didn't.
Oh man, I need to put this on a shirt. Boom, that's a shirt. That's gonna be part of the first merch drop. Everyone who wants that on a shirt.
That's pretty great.
You guys gotta let me know if you want merch, because we're thinking about dropping some merch. Maybe doing a merch drop. So if you guys want MontyVerse merch, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat, because that'd be cool. Maybe a hashtag Morphin Monday shirt. That would be dope, guys. Wilma, I should thank you for the super chat. I love Link Cars videos. I love History of the Power Rangers. We just watched the Dino Fury one. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But that actually makes me even more excited for both of those seasons, because I like them taking somewhat of a serious turn and like exploring some of the more negative ramifications of the shit the characters go through.
RPM has the darkest premise, but it's also the most self-referential.
Yes.
It's also very meta.
You told me like one of the joke lines in it. I was like, that's so wonderful.
Yeah, it has a majority of my favorite Rangers. If I do, I'm going to do my next favorite Ranger list, as voted on by you guys, will be green. I might put another poll on Monday, because we have a lot of new subscribers.
Yeah.
Since we did that poll originally. But it will probably be green, or the way you guys were voting, green or black.
Yeah. I would be very excited for green, though.
Yeah, and there's going to be a lot of Rangers from RPM in future lists, because the character work is so amazing.
Yeah.
God, put this on. Put this on a sticker. Morphichlorians. Morphichlorians.
That is freaking amazing.
AJ, you genius. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. That's awesome, dude.
That's a great shirt to make.
Put that on a hat. I'll wear it.
Because anyone who gets both references, is legit.
100%. Morphichlorians.
So, like, random tangent, like, when I used to buy a lot of shirts from TeePublic, there's this amazing one of Patrick Star as Captain America and SpongeBob as Iron Man. And I'm just like, I just want to wear this, because anyone who actually appreciates it is cool.
100%. Me, I'm gonna be staying up. That's awesome. I'm really cool. I got one of my Legacy Morphers signed by JDF.
Yeah.
Super cool. He even told me as he was signing it, like, he's such a professional. He's signing it, and of course I'm a young. This was over a decade ago. My first time meeting him. And he's like, so like, because the Master Morphers were die-cast metal, and he's signing with a Sharpie. He's like, this is gonna smudge. Put this in the box. Don't take it out until you get home. When you get home, hit it with some hairspray, and it'll stop the signature from smudging.
Okay, that's freaking awesome.
And he's just such a class act. JDF was such an awesome guy like that. Always cared about the fans. Always wanted the fans to have the best experience possible.
Yes. Oh no, that's incredible. That's a great question, because I know it was gonna be in theaters.
Yeah, I was gonna do a short on this, but things have been a little crazy the past couple of weeks for me. I haven't had a chance to do a lot of shorts, but yeah, I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna see it immediately. I'm gonna try and get a press screening to it. If they do, I don't think they're gonna do press screenings, to be honest with you. It's gonna be a limited release.
I was gonna say it's probably not gonna be big enough.
It's gonna be a limited release, but I think it's awesome that they're able to bring it to theaters. Unfortunate that probably the reason they are is because it is JDF's last film, but I'm definitely gonna see it.
Yeah. Yes, the morphing grid, the explanation for everything. You reference this a lot, like just as a joke.
Because in Power Rangers Megaforce, which is everyone's favorite season of Power Rangers, it's considered one of the best seasons of Power Rangers, right, guys? Zordon's mentee is called Gosei, who's also a head on a wall, but he's just not a floating ghost head. He's just like a tiki head on a wall. And there's a moment when they change suits, and one Ranger went from being the Black Ranger to now a Green Ranger. And he's like, wait, why did my suit change colors? And he goes, there's a very simple explanation for that. And then, like, there's an explosion, and they're like, oh, but you have to go. All right, guys. What happened to me? There's a very simple explanation for that.
Actually, I have a very brief question.
Yeah.
What's worse, Megaforce or Operation Overdrive?
Oh my god! Just put them both in a fire. Put them both in.
Because you were telling me how much you hated Operation Overdrive, and I was like, shoot, is this gonna be the worst one?
I don't really want to.
Hold on.
I don't really want to like because I don't want people to bully the staff on the show, because I know there was a lot of, I know that these seasons come with a lot of restrictions. Like the writers of Overdrive spoke about how they wanted to mix Indiana Jones with Power Rangers.
Yeah.
So I know that there was a big ambition for that season, but they weren't allowed to act on that ambition. They weren't given the proper, reins to. They weren't given the funding or the support.
Yeah, and which I get. Like the show is always kind of on a shoestring, but and that's the thing. Like when that, and this is what I think a lot of people have to keep in mind is you're absolutely allowed to criticize and even mock like works of art, but just don't be unnecessarily cruel to the people who made them if they didn't just for making a piece of art you don't like. I think it's fair to say.
This is a good question.
Absolutely not, because and I think this probably applies to a lot of people who aren't familiar with the franchise. It's like, I've always known its existence. I've known the absolute freaking basics and had preconceived notions of it. But to me, especially as someone who hadn't watched it, I just never I just never thought about anything about it. And I was just like, okay, whatever, like Power Rangers, everyone knows them. And now I've become invested in the characters, and now it's like, oh shit, there's like way more to this than I thought it would be. And like, yeah, it's still a silly show, and it's, at least at where we're at, it's for the most part still Monster of the Week formula, but it's fun though, and I like everyone in it.
Yeah, I mean, and it always takes me back to looking at certain panels like with JDF, and he says things like sorry guys, I'm just checking some things on here, just checking the stream really quickly, but it always reminds me of the certain things that JDF says, and JDF says why fans react so strongly when he used to say when fans see him, they have these big reactions, and they're so starstruck by him, even though he played a character that they knew for like 3 years when they were 7 to 10 years old. And he goes, because I remind them of their childhood. I remember them of a simpler time. So when they see me, they're brought back to that time, where they weren't as stressed, where they didn't live this stressful life.
Yeah.
And I think there's something beautiful about that. And I think maybe you're experiencing that as well. I'm not saying that you're being brought back to your childhood, but the simplicity and the silliness of this show is definitely reminiscent of a more simple time. Hell yeah, put that on a shirt.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hashtag more for Mondays. Don't spoil it for Nikki.
Yeah.
I'm
just excited I know who Nadira is.
Oh,
or am I thinking about the right?
No, you're right.
All I can say from what I have seen so far is what the hell is up with her hair?
Yeah, it's great. What are you talking about? I have seen the gritty fan film. I will say, I enjoyed it. I didn't like it. It's not true. I liked it for what it was. I don't think it was Power Rangers. It was too dark. It was way too dark. It was unnecessarily dark. And yeah, I understand that was the point. It was parody. It was darkness to the point of parody, and I got it. I get it. But for me, I think
didn't work.
It just missed the mark for me. I think even as satire, I think it was just too much. It was just too much. I think if they could have reined it in a little bit, would have been better.
Can I just ask a question?
Yeah.
Was this like the Zack Snyder Power Rangers?
Yeah, 100%. It was the Snyder cut.
Oh,
this was Power Rangers, the Snyder cut.
Oh God, now I really want to watch it. No idea. Definitely have not seen it. I'm assuming we will, but
this was it. This is the name of the film.
Okay, so Zack Snyder's Power Rangers.
Power/Rangers, right? Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, that was the name of it. We could definitely react to it. I'm curious to know your thoughts.
I'm definitely curious about it at some point and want to get to it at some point.
Yeah.
Overdrive.
Megaforce does feel like so that's the season where they started wearing the same outfit every episode, like cartoon characters.
Oh, you told me about that. That's just lazy. Like, I get that's probably also a budget thing to a certain point, but like, give me a break. At that point, I would almost want to tell the actors, like, just bring some clothes from home.
Yeah. This is true. Overdrive is redeemed by having one of the best crossover episodes of any Power Ranger season.
Okay.
But that crossover makes the Rangers of that season look terrible. So I don't really know if that's a flex. I don't know if that's a flex. Will Meister, thank you again.
As shown as Rangers, well, the second Leisure pick
Yeah, that's Overdrive.
Oh, okay.
As soon as the crossover happens and they're no longer able to be Rangers, it's like, all right, F it, we're out. Bye.
Right. So wait a minute, real quick. Go to Pharaohs. So isn't Ninja Steel the one with the costumes I really like? Who has which ninja one has a blue female ranger?
No, that's Ninja Storm.
Oh,
that's great. I love
thank
Ninja
God.
Storm.
Okay, good. Thank God.
Ninja. I wanted to like Ninja Steel so bad, just because I'm a fan of the Sudarso brothers. I love Yoshi and Peter. I'm glad that they both got to be Rangers again in Hyperforce. But yeah, Ninja Steel wasn't great.
It was that bad.
It's just the Neo-Saban era. I think the only really strong season they had was Dino Charge, and I think that was accident. I think that was by accident. I think they just got a bunch of good actors, and they elevated what they were given. Yeah, but I think that's what. Yeah, I mean, it's Neo-Saban. As we know, the Neo-Saban era is not my favorite.
Yeah,
it's pretty darn terrible. Like really bad. Like I dislike it.
I'm so excited.
I'm just reading the chat. I'm so glad that we lined up me accidentally exiting the live stream with me saying there's a very simple explanation for that.
I know.
Zordon would be so proud. And then, that's Zordon. He tells us how to do things and then he forgets.
To be fair, he mildly redeems himself in Green Candle.
Yeah, but if we're just going to let him off for that one episode, I feel like we're setting the bar real low.
I'm just giving credit where credit is due.
Fine, Zordon. You had a good episode, bro. Happy? I wish we had Finster. I wish we had Finster on our team.
Oh yeah. Well,
love Finster. I'm pro Finster.
Yeah. And then we get cooler gadgets.
And then guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, that's the one thing I miss about the show so far. I wish they would have kept the fart noise that Finster machines makes.
You're such a child.
That's the biggest lament I have in terms of this series, that they put an explosion noise there. How dare they? Whatever. You know what? Whatever, guys. But that's me. Oh my gosh, we've been live for
nearly 2 hours.
Nearly 2 hours. Did we cover everything from the trailer? Let me just check really quickly.
Yeah, I mean, definitely the big stuff.
Oh, the Zords. We didn't even talk about. We'll talk about the Zords real quick.
Okay, they look freaking phenomenal.
I love this, and I love it. I love how cheap they look. I love how silly they look.
Yeah, but they're so bright and clear.
These are 100% the Hasbro Zords. These are the new Zap Zords.
I like them.
And it makes sense that they would be using the newer, updated Hasbro Zord Ascension Project Zords, because Hasbro wants you to buy their toys. Number one, Power Rangers is a vehicle to sell toys, and Hasbro wants you to buy their toys. But also, it's been 30 years. The Zords were clearly rebuilt, and they were modified. So that explanation is simple enough as it is. But the fact that we're mimicking the shots, it's a shot-for-shot recreation of the Zords from '93. That's why I really love this trailer. I think what we'll start to wind it down. You guys get your final questions in, get your final super chats in. Super chats help support the channel, so anything is appreciated. We appreciate you guys, and we appreciate everyone who's in the chat. All of you guys were so awesome today.
I say this all the time. We're so lucky because we know the internet can be a super toxic and unpleasant place, but I feel like we've been pretty fortunate. You guys are awesome. We're grateful that you found us and that you enjoy the content we make, and just thank you.
Yeah, we're so grateful for you guys. So we appreciate all of you who are in here or were in here tonight. We do these live hangouts because you guys have been so awesome to us.
Yeah.
And because we can't always answer every single comment. I try and answer every single comment on the Power Ranger videos, which is a Herculean task at sometimes. But I just love interacting with you guys. You guys we built a great little community so far here in the MontyVerse, and I'm great to have you guys around. Hopefully we can do these live streams more often. Maybe we're going to try and do them every 2 weeks, and then maybe every once a week, and expand outside of Power Rangers.
Oh, yeah. Because again, you guys know us. He's very into comics. I'm into Disney and Pixar, and we have a variety of media interests. But again, by all means, I'm like we've talked about, I'm getting more and more into the community, so I'm all for talking about it too.
Yeah, absolutely. We're never going to stop talking about Power Rangers. This is always going to be a Power Ranger channel. We want to talk about Power Rangers more and more, just because I think that it's one of my first loves as a child. Power Rangers and Batman. It's what got me into nerddom. It's what got me into all of these different hobbies I have.
I know. Like we just did Pokemon today.
Yeah.
Like even during our last one, we like went off on a tangent about Pokemon. It's like that was a blast.
Yeah. So we're always going to be a Power Ranger channel. That's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, we there are other things that we like. So we're gonna do more live streams. Maybe we'll talk more news. Maybe we'll have like an hour long news live stream where we cover like Marvel and Star Wars and DC and
or just whatever we feel like.
Or just a hangout where like this, but we open it up to more things outside of Power Rangers. But we'll also have Power Ranger specific stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Always, like I said, we're a Power Ranger channel and we're not going to change that.
Mm-hmm.
But we have a lot of exciting stuff coming. And like I said, we have a lot of exciting Power Ranger things planned for the 30th anniversary. A lot of things in the ether right now that I'm hoping work out for us. And if so, it's going to be a really awesome surprise for you guys, all you people, all you Mighty Morphin MontyVersers. It's going to be awesome. Oh, thank you guys.
You Mighty Morphin.
Oh my God. Farrell, let me
MontyVerse.
see what's this question, Monty. Is there a story that you'd want to see filmed in an episode? And no, you can't just film a comic story. That's a cop out. That's a you pulled the rug out from under me. Because I would have said the Omega Rangers. No, it's not a cop out because I would love to see any story involving the Omega Rangers. Quite possibly a story where the Omega Rangers. I would love to have some gap fill-in stories, like some stories that catch up. Even if I'm not allowed to say the Omega Rangers, I would love to see something animated or live action that shows us Zack, Trini, and Jason during the peace conference years, and whether that's them as Omega Rangers or maybe just a side mission. That's a story I would really love to be told, because there's so many different directions you could take that story. And one of those is, like, if they're not going to do the Omega Rangers, is how do you go from being soldiers in a war that you know is still going on, but now you're no longer part of that fight. Like, I would love to see that explored, and I think that would be a very interesting character study. So I think that's a story worth being told. But again, Farrell, great question. And screw you, because I want the Omega Rangers. Oh, dude, thank you, Dan. Thank you, Donnie. May the power protect you, buddy. Always, man. Appreciate you. Happy to do it. We're happy to spread Power Ranger content. Listen, I've been telling people I just want to promote the things that I love, and I love Power Rangers. Always loved it since I was a wee little Monty. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, buddy. Have a great weekend to you too, Donnie. The Morphin Grid, of course.
Also, in reference to the lighter, I'm glad that they didn't have any on them at the time.
Because as we know, the dark dimension is made of flammable gas.
Yeah.
No, screw the lighter. Why didn't Jason morph? That's the only question I have. It's the only thing I want to know. Why didn't Jason and Zack go in? Why did only one of them go in? Zack went in right after Jason.
There was a moment during that episode I thought all 5 of them were going in. So it is what it is. They're teenagers. They don't know everything.
I'm sorry.
I'm really.
There's another channel that did a Power Ranger reaction I think you might like better. Their favorite Ranger, as they said, is Austin Frank.
Yeah.
So you should go find their channel and give it a big thumbs up, because.
Yeah. I'm really sorry you didn't like the middle part. I'm sure it was for very good, valid reasons, though.
Will Meister, thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I mean, I would hope so. I would see, that's interesting to me. Like, I would love more stories connecting the continuity. Like, I think there is a connection between the Omega Rangers from the comics and the SPD Omega Ranger. So, I mean, like, those powers to me are fascinating. That they came from. It's very reminiscent of the OG of the like 2000, late 2000s Guardian of the Galaxy comic book, the one that introduced Peter, the first comic that really had the team of Star-Lord and Drax and Rocket. Their mission in that comic book is very reminiscent to the mission that the Omega Rangers have. They have to stop cosmic anomalies, and the Omega Rangers have to deal with anomalies in the Morphin Grid. So very similar. So I would really love to see that addressed more, and I would love to see that explored more.
Yeah.
Oof.
No, God, no.
Nikki's very squeamish.
Well, that's not the problem. That wouldn't be the problem. Well, I mean.
Well, now, in hindsight, yes.
Well, yeah, but
in hindsight, it's problematic. But
I was gonna say, well, it's not even that. It's like I feel like that would just be way too dark for Mighty Morphin.
For Mighty Morphin at the time, 100%.
Yeah. So, but hey, I'm not opposed to it from a narrative point of view. They don't use them enough. That's part of the problem.
Which is why I like the trailer, because you see Billy like guns blazing, like blade blaster at the ready, blasting through it. Like that's cool. Like I want to give a shout out to the stunts team, because the stunts team here is the same stunt team that did Dino Fury, and the original fight footage for Dino Fury was awesome.
Yeah,
and it looks awesome. You have a shot of Rocky jumping out of a parking garage and catching a civilian midair.
Yeah,
like, are you kidding me? That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's gonna be so cool to watch.
Oh yeah. No, I think all the fighting, we can talk about a lot. All the fighting in the trailer looked great.
Shout out to the stunt team. This special is gonna be dope. It's gonna be so awesome.
You know, even Steve didn't look too bad.
No, I have no qualms with Steve.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying as an unmorphed sequence, I'm excited to see it.
When Steve, to see Steve and Walter have that unmorphed fight.
Yeah, I love unmorphed.
Awesome.
Their unmorphed fights are one of my. You know what? That's one of my favorite things about Power Rangers, because the unmorphed fights always look super cool.
I know. What's up, Johnny?
Yeah, what's up?
What's up, bud? Thanks for jumping in.
I hope it does well.
We hope so too. We all need the Power Ranger community needs to come together, and just watch this. Like, if it's good, I'm gonna watch this like 3 times probably in one day.
I know it's not long. We'll have the time. I hope
so. I hope we see more. It would be a shame to bring someone to, because Charlie Kirsch, I follow her on Instagram. Super talented individual, very strong very athletic. Her kicks are amazing. I don't know how far into martial arts she is, but she looks like she can do the work. So utilize her. I would love to see a next generation of Mighty Morphin, maybe like a passing of the torch. Yeah. Bring in someone to play JJ Oliver.
Yeah.
Have Tommy kind of train, have him be the Tommy surrogate. I think that'd be really cool. Dude, come on! They could have Jason could have rolled in there with the blade blaster, the power blaster, and just shot Goldar. Put a hole in him.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. Dude, New Zealand is only so big. They only have so many filming locations that they can afford in New Zealand. We gotta give them a little bit of a break, like a teeny break.
Imagine if they just use the Eye of Sauron.
I know that was my second point. Like, it's only so big, and before you start running into things that were used in the Lord of the Rings.
I know that would be another funny crossover.
Chris, were you not here for this? They did address it in the trailer. They addressed it in the trailer, and Alpha gives them the coins. We see Alpha give them the coins in the trailer.
Yeah.
Skim through the trailer. When they teleport into the command center, about a split second later, you see Alpha holding out the Tyrannosaurus and Pterodactyl coin.
Right, and
he gives it to them.
And when Cat and Rocky are reaching over, that's what they're doing. They're grabbing it from him.
Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome. I hope you do. Well, the Ranger community, we got to work together. Together we are more. I love that tagline from the 2017 movie.
Aww.
Because to me, that's what Power Rangers is all about. Whether it's the Megazord, whether it's the physical definition of the Megazord, like literally when our Zords combine, we are more. We are one giant robot. But it's the core theme of Power Rangers. Like, work together, be a team. We are a team. We are friends. that like if we all work together, we could really change the world.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, the Ranger community needs to band together.
Boo! Well,
Yes,
no, not Noah, but what he said.
they were no, we're not booing you. No, this is the same thing that happened in Secret of the Ooze when they had to use kung fu cold cuts.
Parents will complain about anything.
I know. I mean,
so...
come on. What's wrong with laser guns that turn into laser swords? Okay.
Yeah, there's no blood. Anyway,
there's no blood. Welcome back. Welcome back. We're just chugging along. 2 hours in. Oh my gosh. Anything else? I think
I'm just excited for the special. It's less than a month away now.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be dropping some more shorts for the next couple of days. I have a bunch of stuff that I want to address. I'm probably gonna do an Easter egg video on the trailer because there's a lot of stuff that I want a more hyper focused video on the Easter eggs. And this was kind of more of just like a fun, free hangout, chill hangout. So I'm gonna probably do a video on the Easter eggs. I want to get a top 5 Green Ranger video done hopefully by next week. We have our reaction coming out on Monday to episode 36. So yeah, we have a lot of content coming out.
We're chugging along.
Yeah, baby, let's go Ranger Nation. Let's go. I think I did pick Rocky. In the Sega game. My friend had the Sega Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie game.
Oh.
And I picked Rocky because at that young age, I saw red and I thought Jason.
Oh,
and even though it was Rocky, I was still enamored with the Red Ranger because red was my favorite color.
I was gonna say.
And Jason, so when you're playing those games, you don't really see yourself as the character. You see yourself as the color. The color.
I was gonna say, what do you call the trio of them again? The what 3?
The Stone Canyon Trio.
He also looks the most like his predecessor, so I can see.
Yeah, he looks very like his hair is very similar to like season 2 Jason.
Versus the other two look literally nothing like them.
Nothing alike. I think this is pretty accurate. I think that's where my head's at.
Yeah.
See, I was wondering how I was gonna do this.
I have guesses.
I mean, you'd be surprised.
I know, but I have guesses.
I might do something with Tommy because I'm not gonna put him. I don't think I can put him on every color.
Not every color, and you've even talked about a 6th Ranger list.
Yeah, I might do a separate list for 6 Rangers that includes Tommy. I might only include him in the Green Ranger one. I don't know, but it's hard because Tommy has the unfair advantage on some of these Rangers of longevity. He's been featured heavily, been the focus of 4 seasons of Power Rangers, and been the mentor for 1, and then was the focus of the 25th anniversary special. Tommy Oliver is a legend, and that's not really fair to some of these other Rangers who only have a season to explore their characters, who I think are really, really strong characters. So as much as I love Tommy, I think Tommy stands above all the Rangers and has an unfair advantage on a lot of these Rangers because he has like 10 years worth of story to utilize against him. So I think, don't expect the unexpected when it comes to my top 5 lists. I will say a lot of new Green Rangers are pretty great. A lot of the newer ones. So don't sleep on the youngins. Because there are some pretty great young Green Rangers. Yes, I have seen it. I have seen that video. It is great. I played a bunch of the games that he talked about. Yeah, dude, JDF was awesome. I'm really sorry you never got to meet him. Because he was a class act. He did whatever he had going on. He never took it out on the fans. He never ever. He always made sure that everyone got their money's worth when they met him, and he never overcharged. He never got angry with his fans. Just a tremendous professional, tremendous class act. He's severely missed by the entire community. So, Adam will be on the list. I'm not going to tell you what number, but like I said, expect the unexpected.
Whoa.
You guys are going to be surprised about my list.
First look right here.
Adam will make the list. There's only so many Green Rangers. But yeah, we're gonna start winding down. We're gonna start winding down in a couple of minutes, guys, because we've been going for over 2 hours.
Yeah.
And we do love hanging out with you guys, but we got some places we got to be up a little early tomorrow. We're going to a screening of Dungeons and Dragons, so expect a review from us soon. As soon as the embargo's up, we're going to a press screening of Dungeons and Dragons D&D. So we do enjoy and we love spending time with you guys, but we are going to start winding down. So final questions, get them in. Final questions.
All right, here's Will Meister's list, and that's interesting.
Very interesting. There might be some correlation there.
And I actually know 3 of them.
Some are too low, some are too high. But there might be some correlation there. Definitely. I like your list though, Will. I think that's a really, really solid list. I love that you have Izzy on there. I love that Izzy made your list. Izzy's wonderful. Dude, this video broke my heart. Oh my god, that was rough.
I haven't seen it.
It was right after his passing, about I think a day after. But yeah, she sang through tears and yeah, it was tough for everyone. It was shocking, tough. But again, if you have any friends out there, just tell people you love that you love them. Check in on everyone. Just sad. Yeah, dude. I wish all you guys got to meet him, because he was everything that you thought he was. He was a great guy. I
haven't seen all the movies yet.
Nikki hasn't seen any of the other John Wicks, but I'm going to see it because I love the John Wick movies.
Wait, that's not true.
I'm gonna see it.
No, you said I haven't seen any of them.
Oh, have you seen any of them?
One.
Oh, you've seen one? Okay, I did not know that.
My dad has watched it so many freaking times.
Because it's awesome. Because John Wick is great.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Last questions. Get your last questions in if you have any other questions. If not, we're gonna wrap it up. Because. What?
Okay.
I thought like.
You're
guys. She is kicking me under the desk by accident. I think she's trying to tell me something, but she was just kicking me just to kick me. Final questions. Get your final questions in. Oh my god.
Oh, now I'm just sad.
Guys, man.
I will never get to meet him either.
I know. Damn, dude, this is heartbreaking. That's rough. I'm sorry, dude. Sorry about that, bud. Like I said, he was a class act, and he loved, and he loved his fans. He loved being Tommy. He loved being the Green Ranger. He loved being, despite what people have said towards the end that he was done with Power, like he said he was done with Power Rangers. He loved being Tommy for us. He loved the legacy that he left. He loved the character of Tommy and what that person did for all of us. So we have to keep that legacy alive, because that's what he left behind. He left that behind for us. And we got to carry that torch for him.
Yeah. Oh, no. And also, please do not apologize, Noah. No, like, it's sad, but it's only because it's coming from a place of passion from you all. So,
yeah.
No, like.
No.
Feel free to share any stories that you have.
Listen, I feel like we're all buddies here. This is a safe space to talk about stuff like this. And it's not depressing. It's just, I don't want to. It's not a jokey subject, so I don't want to be like, oh, but like,
right,
be like
that you were. So
yeah, so I think more serious things we have to talk more seriously about. That's all. But no, you're fine, bud.
Yeah.
I definitely saw the Jeremy Strong one.
I've not seen it. I've not seen it, and I've not heard promising things.
It's not good, but this one looks really good. So we're excited. You guys be on the lookout for our review when the embargo drops, because we're excited to share that with you guys. But I think that's it. I think that's it, guys.
Sorry, it was a sadder note.
It's a sadder note to end on, but we just want to reiterate by saying we love you guys so much.
Yes,
thank you for spending your Friday night #Pizza Friday with us. It was awesome to have you all here, and it's just a great experience. Always a great experience to get to hang out with all you guys. Because without you guys, we wouldn't be doing this, and we love doing this, and we love making you guys happy, and we love allowing more people to get back into Power Rangers and expanding the brand, and hopefully you introduce it to your kids and everything like that. But it was super fun hanging out with all of you guys. Thank you to everyone who donated super chats. Thank you to everyone else who was in the chat. We appreciate all of you. Just being here, just giving the video a huge like.
Yes, please.
Means the world to us. If you haven't yet, give the video a huge thumbs up, because that helps boost our video in the algorithm. So if you ever have the opportunity to like our videos, because we appreciate that, and it helps to spread our channel and grow our channel and grow this awesome Power Ranger community.
Yes.
And I think that's the coolest thing in the world. Final question, Will Meister. Oh man.
Oh my God.
Damn, dude. That's that. I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry for your loss. I'm very, very sorry for your loss. I lost both of my parents 2 years ago, about 6 months apart from each other. So I understand it's not an easy situation to be with. And it's those people that really introduced us to these heroes, So my biggest hero was my dad and my mom. Those were my heroes, and they really kind of got me into the stuff. And later in life, when I became a super fan, and I started expressing more interest in this stuff, they were very supportive. So life just is full of ups and downs, and that's just how the knocks come. But it's because of people like that. It's because of people we love that we get to share the things we love, and I get to hang out with all you guys. So that's pretty cool. And they would be pretty proud and pretty happy that I get to share the stuff I love with all of you guys. But now we're really ending on a sad note. Oh no, sad. But no, thank you all for being here again. We love you guys so much. We love talking Power Rangers. We're gonna be doing more Power Rangers. We're probably not gonna be able to do anything live next week, but maybe the week after we'll try and do these a little bit more regular. You guys really came out in force tonight, so that was super awesome, and I was super pumped to have all you guys in the chat. And let's just keep doing this and keep having fun. But if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, because like we said, it really helps us out. And till next time, everyone, stay versed, and may the power protect you.